I was 4 years old when I was forcibly removed with my family. And so I experienced a lot of things. Well, the origin of Time of Remembrance really began back with the Florida JCL and Mary Tsukamoto. It was in 1981, as the redress movement was beginning, that she really felt that it was important to remember and to help the community prepare for what was coming up with redress. And ultimately, she was able, through these town hall meetings, Time of Remembrance, Day of Remembrances, she was able to recruit people who were incarcerated, who had good memories, and to begin to help them recall and even prepare for the testimony that was to come up. Mary, being a consummate educator, we began doing student education. And we did that with the collaboration of the Elk Grove Unified School District. Since 1982, that school board has every year passed a resolution recognizing the Time of Remembrance. And I don't believe there's any other school district in the United States that has done that and made that commitment. We had been doing all of our community event at the Florida Buddhist Church and the student education at the Elk Grove boardroom, but we simply ran out of space and we could not accommodate everyone. And it was at that time that one of the persons who was our intern was Kelly Bitts, and she had taken a job with the California Museum. And coincidentally, they were looking to expand their programs. And so in discussions with Marielle and a number of us, they said they would open their doors for our program. Through someone who was very dear to our program, Georgiana White. She was the archivist at the California State University, Sacramento, the library collection. They developed a program called the Japanese American Archival Collection. And the bulk of the initial contribution came from Mary Tsukamoto's collection. But since we moved to the California Museum, because of their facility in there and what's possible, we are able to have educate about 5,000 students every year. And our committee sort of thought about it, says, well, why don't we reach out to the surrounding chapters and see if we can build a coalition so we don't have individual programs throughout the community. And there were 5 initial groups, and that was the Florin, Lodi, Marysville, Placerville, Stockton, and Sacramento. And so this is our 20th year. This year, we find that so many of the things that we experience, we share that with so many communities, but the Native Americans were especially someone that we felt that has not been given much voice like we. And we needed to find a way to include them. And we were so fortunate to meet the chair of the ethnic studies at CSUS, and Dr. Reed became a consultant. And one of probably the biggest aha moments for me was when she mentioned that one of the things that happened in our incarcerated experience, as well as for the Native Americans, is the government took away their language, their culture. They tried to take away their culture, put children in boarding schools. And I think we felt the same thing, that after we came back, things Japanese was not American enough. For the program itself this year, we have 4 members. We have 2 from the Native American community, which is Dr. Annette Reed, another gentleman called Sage Romero. Sage is part of an Akamaya dance cultural group. And then, of course, we were able to talk Kiyosato, who is almost one of the revered persons in our community. And then finally, we were lucky to have Lisa Nakamura. She is a sansei, but she has an extensive background as a clinical psychologist. We're going to have a nice mix of conversation and stories that will be told. And we're going to cover the whole thing of oppression, white supremacy, the separation of families and children, and then reconciliation. Where do we go from here? We don't want to end up with just all the things that happen, but we want to be hopeful and look forward to what's going to happen from this point on and what can we do together.